Hello students, today we will be doing the last exercise, that is exercise 3.4 of chapter 3, that is understanding quadrilaterals. So here we have like 6 questions in this exercise. So let us begin with question number 1. In question number 1 it's given as state whether true or false. So this I will not be giving you in the video. So what you will have to do, you have to do it by yourself in your notebook. Please write full statement and then write whether it is true or false. So question number 1 will be your homework. You have to do it by yourself. Okay, please write full statement and then you write down whether the given statement is true or false. So we'll start from question number 2. In question number 2 it is given, identify all the quadrilaterals that have, so there is 1A, so it's given 4 sides of equal length. So quadrilateral, all of you know it's a 4-sided figure. So all the quadrilaterals which have 4 sides of equal length. So the first one that comes to your mind obviously will be a square. A rectangle cannot be a 4-sided figure of equal length, neither a parallelogram nor a trapezium, and what the other one can be is a rhombus. Okay, so the quadrilaterals that have sides of equal length are square and rhombus. Okay, then number B we have the quadrilaterals that have 4 right angles. So the quadrilaterals that have 4 right angles are what? Again the square, rhombus no. So the next one is a rectangle. So you can name it. If it is given only one quadrilateral, then you have to write the name of one. If here it is given all the quadrilaterals, so I am writing whatever is required. Now moving on to question number 3. In question number 3 it's given, explain how a square is a, means then how is a square is, in number 1 it's given a quadrilateral. So we have to write, you can write your own judgments here, own reasons for why you can consider a square as a quadrilateral. I'll be giving you one from here. So what you can write, a square is a quadrilateral. Quadrilateral means what? It has 4 sides, right? So a square is a quadrilateral, okay, because it has 4 sides. So it's just a 1 mark question that comes for, so you just need to write one statement, one reason for it. Okay, now let us move on to number 2. It's given a parallelogram. Number 2 it's given a parallelogram. So why can you tell or why can you say that a square is a parallelogram? Why? Because opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal and parallel, right? And also its opposite angles are of equal measure. In case of a square also the condition is same. So you can write a square is a parallelogram. A square is a parallelogram as its opposite sides are equal and parallel. Now you may ask me a question here, ma'am, all the sides of a square are parallel and equal, means both pair are equal. So all the 4 sides are equal, but opposite sides are also equal, no? The same thing. So I can write this condition. It also has opposite angles of equal measure, means all the angles are of equal measure, so obviously opposite angles will also be same. Okay, then we write number 3, a rhombus. So the third one, why you can say that a square is a rhombus. So what is the similarity of a rhombus and a square? That all of its sides are, 4 sides are of equal length. So I will write a square is a rhombus as all of its sides are of equal length. Okay, all four sides are equal. That is one. So the last one from this question, number 4. Why it is said to be a rectangle? So what is the similarity of a rectangle and a square? There are many, and one of them is that all the angles are 90 degree, or you can say right angle. So a square is a rectangle, okay, because all of its angles are of measure 90 degree. So this is the condition. So here we have this as question number 3. Now I'll give you 2 homework, that is question number 4 and 5. One was your homework, that true and false. Will also be doing question number 4 and 5. So we'll move on to the last question of the exercise, that is question number 6. So what is given in question number 6? ABC is a right angle triangle and O is the midpoint of the side opposite to the right angle. Explain why O is equidistant from A, B and C. The dotted lines in the bracket, there is a statement given. The dotted lines are drawn additionally to help you. So that means let us draw the diagram. So all of you can see this diagram in your textbook. Question it is given. Now see, actually this particular thing is a diagram. These dotted lines are that we should draw to make the question easy to solve. So actually it's given ABC is a right angle triangle and O is the midpoint of the opposite side of the right angle. This is the right angle, so opposite side is AC, O is the midpoint. I have to prove that O is equidistant, means from O, A, B and C, means OA, OB, OC all are equal. So I have to do that. So let's solve the sum now. So let us write down what is given here. Given ABC is a right angled triangle. Okay, that is the first thing here it's given. And again something is given. O is the midpoint of the opposite side of the right angle, that is AC. O is the midpoint of AC. If O is the midpoint of AC, therefore what we can write, OA is equal to AC, OA equal to OC. This is the midpoint, so these two sides become equal, right? This becomes equal. Now, so we are drawing this dotted line. So let us draw, okay, what we are drawing, let us draw AD and DC such that AD is parallel to BC and AB is parallel to DC. Okay, AD is parallel to BC and AB is parallel to DC. And one more thing, we are joining OD. So OD is joined. Now you can see we have formed a particular rectangle. Now in a rectangle we know that opposite sides are equal and parallel to each other and all the angles are 90 degree, right? And also there is a property that the diagonals of a rectangle are equal and they bisect. When they bisect, suppose this is the point where they are bisecting, the angles are intersecting at each other. So that means if this particular thing was equal as given as here, so obviously this diagonal is also equal, so that other two diagonals will become equal. So let's write down this. Okay, now ABCD is a rectangle. So you have to write this in the justifying the thing as opposite sides are equal and parallel to each other. Okay, and what is the next condition? All the angles and all of the interior angles are of measure 90 degree each. Full stop. So what are we going to do? So we'll use a second condition about the. Let's continue. In a rectangle, the diagonals are of equal length. That is one of the property of a rectangle, are of equal length, and they bisect each other. Okay, do you know the meaning of bisect? Dividing equally. Okay, bisect each other. So here, hence you can say O is also the midpoint of the another diagonal, that is BD. In the first few lines we have written that O is the midpoint of AC. So if the diagonals are equal, so I can write it is also the midpoint of the second diagonal, that is BD. So I can write therefore OB is equal to OD. So if all of these are equal, so I can write therefore OA is equal to OB, or OA equal to OC, equal to OB is equal to OD. All of them are equal. So I can write their final statement. Thus, O is equidistant from A, B and C. Okay. So this is the last sum of the exercise. Okay, that is exercise 3.4 of our chapter Understanding Quadrilaterals. I hope you have understood the explanation. If you have any doubt, please let me know. Okay, all of you please stay safe, take care. Thank you everyone. Have a nice day.